Hey, happy Ash Wednesday. That's the right greeting for today, right? Or maybe blessed Ash Wednesday. Or maybe it's Ash Wednesday. But if you're not familiar with it, Ash Wednesday can seem a little weird, but it is the beginning of Lent, which is 40 days, not including Sundays, that lead up to Easter, which on that day, it makes a lot of sense to say, Happy Easter. But in Lent, we identify with Jesus, who spent 40 days in the wilderness, battling his demons and getting ready to be the world changer that he was. Do you think as he left for those 40 days, his mom said, "Hey son, have a great time in the desert"? It was probably more like, what in the world are you doing? But every year at this time on Ash Wednesday, we take off for the desert, so to speak. And we believe that in the process, it makes us better people, more prepared to be world changers, able to love deeper, love more people, and while at the same time battling our demons. Is it a happy time? Is it blessed? Could be. But in the end, it is what you make it. And maybe you've decided to give up something. Well, traditionally, things like chocolate or caffeine or sweets. Latest thing is social media. Some people do the opposite. They add a practice that is positive, like maybe read scripture every day or one random act of kindness every day. In our church, we are reading through a book called 40 Days of Decrease. It takes about 20 minutes a day, and every day there's something different to give up, to fast, like jealousy or injustice or resentment, regrets, you fill in the blank. But it might make you aware of how dependent you are on these things. And I imagine that your life, what it would be like if you cleared your life of them or you worked on them. Imagine what the world would become if we all spent this time, this kind of time in self-reflection. And it starts today on Ash Wednesday, first day of Lent, telling the truth about who we are and who we want to be, and asking God to help us, and asking God to lead us. And I think if you've made that kind of decision to do that kind of work, it can be sometimes challenging work, but if you made that kind of decision, then I think that's amazing. And guess what? You are on the road to something wonderful. And I honestly believe that it makes God happy. It's kind of like when a parent finds out their kid is coming home, that kind of happy. And maybe it might make you smile just a little bit to know that. And maybe, just maybe, that might make you smile a little. So, happy Ash Wednesday. Listen, I'm going to give you some space now. The next 4 or 5 minutes, Ron, our gifted music director, is going to play a piece by Dvorak called Going Home. There will be words on the screen that will prompt you in prayer. I just encourage you to take a breath and focus for a bit. Share your heart with God. And after, I'll have one more thing to share with you. Hey, hopefully that was a meaningful time for you, and you can go back to that over and over again if you want, and just use this as a time for prayer. And if you're not doing anything this Lent, you don't have any plans, you're invited to come on this journey with us in the 40 days of decrease. We're going to be posting stuff on Facebook and on Instagram and on Twitter, and even on our own Church Center app. We are going to be posting stuff in the community group and sharing our experiences there as well. And on Sundays, why don't you join us? YouTube, Facebook Live, or even here in church itself. We're going to be coordinating all of our worship services with what you're reading in the 40 days of decrease in Lent. But whatever you do, I hope it's a meaningful time for you. And we will be praying for you that your life will be changed.